Jerry Yan, the man who has been the dream of millions for decades, has just shocked the world with an announcement no one thought would come this soon. At the age of 48, Jerry Yan has tied the knot, and fans across Asia and beyond are asking the same question. Who is the mystery bride who finally captured the heart of one of Taiwan's most legendary heartthrobs? For years, Jerry Yan's love life has been a mystery wrapped in whispers, rumors, and fleeting moments of speculation. From his high-profile past with Lin Chiling to quiet links with co-stars and industry insiders, the actor managed to keep his private life so guarded that even the sharpest tabloids struggled to uncover the truth. But now, the man who once symbolized eternal bachelorhood has surprised everyone with news of marriage. And naturally, the biggest curiosity is about the woman who has become Mrs. Jerry Yan. When news of Jerry's marriage first broke, many fans refused to believe it. Social media went into chaos. Some fans cried tears of joy, saying, finally, he found his happiness, while others admitted they felt a pang of sadness, almost as if they had lost a piece of their own youth. After all, Jerry Yan has been a part of their lives for decades, from the unforgettable role of Dao Mingxi in Meteor Garden that made him Asia's Prince of Romance, to his more mature and reflective roles in recent years. To see him step into marriage feels like closing one chapter and opening another in the story of his life. But what about the bride? Who is she? Is she from within the industry or completely outside of it? Insiders suggest that Jerry's bride is not a major celebrity, but someone with connections close to the entertainment world. She is described as quietly building a bond that stayed hidden from cameras and gossip. What makes this more intriguing is how well Jerry managed to keep this relationship under wraps. For someone so frequently followed by paparazzi, fans are amazed that Jerry successfully nurtured a love story away from public eyes. Some even believe that Jerry intentionally distanced himself from media attention in recent years to protect this relationship, creating a safe space for love to grow without judgment or interference. Industry whispers also say Jerry's decision to marry at 48 was not sudden. Those close to him reveal that Jerry had been reflecting deeply on life, especially after years of prioritizing career over personal happiness. With friends like Vic Zhou and other F4 members settling down, Jerry may have felt the pull to start a family of his own. It wasn't about rushing or pressure. It was about finally finding the right person who made him feel safe enough to let down his guard. Of course, the reactions have been mixed. Loyal fans who have followed Jerry since the early 2000s expressed bittersweet emotions. Many wrote heartfelt messages, thanking Jerry for being a part of their lives through his dramas and wishing him genuine happiness in marriage. Others admitted they felt like a piece of their youth had ended because Jerry Yan was not just an actor to them. He was a symbol of first love, a reminder of those innocent days when Meteor Garden ruled the airwaves. But beyond the emotions of fans, industry experts are asking an important question. What does this mean for Jerry's career? Some believe his marriage will add a new dimension to his image. Instead of being viewed only as the eternal bachelor heartthrob, Jerry can now step into roles that reflect a man with deeper life experiences, possibly even as a father figure or mentor in future dramas. Others argue that marriage might quiet some of his mysterious charm, but in truth, Jerry's talent and charisma have always gone beyond his romantic status. Interestingly, whispers have also begun about how Jerry's bride might influence his choices going forward. Will she inspire him to step into new projects, perhaps even stories of mature love that mirror his real-life journey? Or will she encourage him to slow down, enjoying a quieter life away from the constant demands of the spotlight? Fans are waiting to see how marriage will shape the next chapter of Jerry's career. Another layer to this story is how Jerry's former co-stars and fellow F4 members might react. While they have all moved on with their own lives, their bond remains strong. Many fans are eagerly anticipating possible public congratulations from Vic Zhou, Ken Chu, and Van Ness Wu. Seeing the original F4 brothers stand by Jerry during this milestone would be a moment of nostalgia and celebration for fans who grew up with them. And then, of course, there is Lin Chiling. For years, Jerry Yan and Lin Chiling were one of Taiwan's most talked about couples, their relationship sparking endless media coverage. Even after their breakup, fans never stopped secretly wishing they would reunite. Lin Chiling herself has since married and started a family, but the shadow of their past love story has always lingered. Now that Jerry is married, many fans say this finally closes that chapter, allowing him to move forward with no lingering expectations. What makes Jerry's marriage especially moving is the timing. At 48, he has lived through decades of fame, heartbreak, rumors, and relentless pressure from the industry. To choose marriage now shows not just courage, but also maturity. It shows that Jerry values stability and emotional connection over the fleeting distractions of stardom. His decision sends a powerful message that it's never too late to choose love, and happiness comes at its own perfect timing. Fans across social media are already dreaming about what comes next. Will Jerry and his bride share official wedding photos? Will there be a quiet family ceremony, or will they release a statement together? Some believe Jerry may never fully reveal his wife's identity, choosing instead to protect her from media attention. Others argue that fans deserve to know, because after following his life for so long, they feel part of his journey. And yet, that air of mystery might be exactly what keeps Jerry so magnetic. By not revealing everything, he reminds the world that he is still the Jerry Yen who values privacy above fame. In a world where celebrities share every detail of their personal lives online, Jerry's ability to hold onto mystery only deepens his allure. As for the future, there are already whispers that Jerry's marriage might open the door to fatherhood. Friends close to him say he has always wanted to be a father, but was waiting for the right time. Could it be that fans will one day see Jerry Yen not just as the eternal romantic hero, but also as a loving dad? The thought alone has stirred hearts and inspired countless discussions online. For now, what fans know is simple: Jerry Yen is married. The boy who once made the world fall in love as Dao Mingxi has grown into a man who chose real love, away from the cameras, away from the noise, and into a future filled with quiet happiness. Whether or not the world ever sees his bride, one truth remains: Jerry's journey has come full circle, and he has finally written a love story of his own. And perhaps that is what makes this moment so powerful. It reminds fans everywhere that love is not about timelines, fame, or expectations. It's about finding the one person who feels like home. For Jerry Yen, at 48, that moment has finally arrived. The news of Jerry Yan's marriage didn't just shake fans, it brought the entertainment world into an emotional frenzy. For decades, Jerry was known as the eternal bachelor, someone who seemed almost untouchable, with rumors that never led to anything concrete. And now, here he is, at 48, announcing marriage in a way that no one expected. The mystery bride has become the most talked about woman in Asia, and fans are determined to find out who she is and how she managed to capture Jerry's heart after all these years. Some fans speculated that the bride might not even be from the entertainment industry. Jerry had always been private about his personal life, and many believe he preferred someone away from the spotlight, someone who could give him the peace and stability he longed for. Others, however, strongly believe this was a love story years in the making, that perhaps Jerry had rekindled an old flame from his past, someone who knew him before the fame, before the chaos, before the endless rumors. But what truly shocked everyone was the timing. At 48, Jerry seemed focused on his career, with projects lined up and his status as a heartthrob still intact. Yet, love has its own timeline, and it seems Jerry finally decided that waiting any longer wasn't an option. Reports began to surface that his bride was someone who had been by his side quietly, supporting him in ways the public never saw. Someone who accepted Jerry not as the celebrity, but as the man he is when the cameras are off. The wedding itself was said to be private, intimate, and deeply emotional. A few insiders whispered that the ceremony wasn't extravagant, but it was filled with warmth, sincerity, and a raw honesty that matched Jerry's own personality. Close friends revealed that Jerry cried during his vows, something fans would never imagine from the man known for his calm, collected charm. For Jerry, this wasn't just a marriage, it was a long-awaited chance to build the family he had always kept close to his heart. Fans across social media poured out mixed emotions. Some were heartbroken, especially those who had held onto the hope that Jerry might one day reunite with old co-stars or rumor partners from the past. The nostalgia of his love stories from drama roles and even past relationships made it harder for them to accept this sudden change. But overwhelmingly, there was joy that Jerry finally found someone who made him choose love, even after decades of silence on the matter. Industry insiders also began to speak out. Directors and actors who had worked with Jerry said they weren't surprised. They noted how Jerry had been more relaxed, even glowing, in recent months. It seems love had softened him, given him a new kind of energy, and perhaps even influenced his choice to finally settle down. The question now was how this marriage might impact his career. Would Jerry take fewer projects to focus on family life? Would his wife join him in public appearances, or remain hidden from the spotlight? Fans were also left wondering whether children were part of the couple's future. Jerry has often spoken in interviews about his longing for a family, about how he envied friends who had kids running around. At 48, starting a family may be seen as late by some, but for Jerry, it could be the perfect time. Imagine him stepping into the role of a father, a role that could reshape how fans see him, from a bachelor heartthrob to a doting family man. Yet, there are whispers of complications. Some insiders hinted that the identity of Jerry's bride might stir controversy, especially if she has ties to Jerry's past relationships or if she comes from a world far different from his own. Fans are bracing themselves for the reveal, knowing that whoever she is, her life will never be the same again. She will instantly be thrust into the spotlight, analyzed, adored, and perhaps even criticized by millions. But at the center of all this is Jerry himself. For him to choose marriage now, after decades of avoiding the subject, shows that this decision wasn't made lightly. It's a testament to the depth of his feelings, to the certainty that he has finally found the one person he wants to share the rest of his life with. And that, perhaps, is the most beautiful part of this story. Fans around the world are now waiting for the official reveal, the first photographs, the first joint appearance, and maybe even a statement from Jerry himself. Until then, speculation continues, with every hint, every clue, and every whisper sending social media into a frenzy. And so, the question remains, who is the mystery bride who managed to win Jerry Yan's heart at last? And what does their love story mean for the man who has carried the title of Asia's eternal bachelor for nearly half a lifetime? Whatever the answer may be, one thing is certain, this marks a new chapter not just in Jerry's life, but in the hearts of fans who have followed him faithfully through the years.